Now, the Goldbergs. Sammy Goldberg followed Sylvia Allison to South Carolina because he believed her, he trusted her, he loved her, and they were to be married. But the girl Sammy wanted to marry wasn't like what she appeared to be. Under the character she showed him and her father was another character that her sister Leah and Leah's husband Ed knew only too well. And that character was greedy and ambitious. Now, as Sylvia achieved her ambitions one by one, by getting rid of Ed, who was an old lover of hers, by destroying Leah's faith in Ed and creating the situation for a divorce, by having Leah disinherited by her father, as Sylvia worked these threads to form the pattern she wanted, a thread broke. Leah finally told Sammy the truth about the girl he was going to marry. And Sammy, shocked and humiliated, told Sylvia exactly what he thought of her. Well, right now, it's early the next morning. Clarabelle, the maid, who knows the whole story, is puttering about the kitchen, wondering just how everything will turn out. Grateful that it's so early that no one is up but herself and the cat.
Look out, Petey. Don't you go upsetting things and waking up the house. I'm glad they all sleep this morning, so I can have a little peace until we wake up and things begin to hum again. Look out, Kitty. Get out from under my feet. Who's there? Mr. Simon?
Yeah?
Mr. Simon, you're up kind of early, ain't you? Why are you taking your suitcase?
Goodbye, Clarabelle.
Mr. Simon, you ain't just going to...
Goodbye, Clarabelle.
Mr. Simon, Miss Sylvia's just going to die when she hear you was going. Don't you know you're leaving?
Here's something for yourself for all your trouble.
You ain't been no trouble, Mr. Sammy. Just let me go up to Miss Sylvia and tell her to come down and talk to you. There ain't nothing so bad it can't be straightened out. There won't be no happiness for you and Miss Sylvia no more.
Goodbye.
Please, Mr. Sammy, don't do this. Miss Sylvia didn't mean to hurt nobody. It just kept getting worse and worse. Did you tell Miss Allison he was going? He likes you, Mr. Sammy. He's looking forward to this marriage. He keeps saying there ain't nobody in the world like you. Don't speak to her, Mr. Sammy. There's nothing that's so bad. I know Miss Sylvia. I know since she was a baby, she's always crazy like. Always doing things she didn't want to do, but falling in them. She needs someone like you, Mr. Sammy. Someone she likes, someone who'll keep her straight. She was a crazy girl when she went to school. She kept coming home from every school she went to. I know Miss Sylvia. She's got all the good in the world in her if you only give her a chance. Mr. Sammy, please, Mr. Sammy. I know she didn't mean to say what she was doing. It's wrong, Mr. Sammy, did not believe in this way. Just let me call her. Get out one of my feet, kid. I ain't got no play in me now.
The door closes, and Sammy's gone. One thought rides his mind like an obsession. To get away from Sylvia and her house and family. To free himself of it. All during the night, the facts of Sylvia's immense deception came back to his mind again and again. And his desire to escape and forget were the only desires he had left. And now, Sammy's gone. Meanwhile, unknown to him, his family is at the very edge of town. Car full of Glastonbury hopes, laughing, talking, counting the last few miles that separate them from Sammy and Allison's house.
I love riding in the dawnings, you know, lovely with the mist all around me. Look at the mist, look how you can't see the houses nearly behind the mist. Oh, Seymour, do you see the tobacco field?
I do.
Yeah. Right, darling, did you saw the tobacco field?
I do, Molly.
Oh, it's wonderful. So look at that tree, what did the man say where we were staying last time? What did he say that is what's growing on the tree? That Spanish moss. Spanish moss, they call it. Uh-huh. Look how beautiful the tree looks with all that, huh? It's like a picture in a picture frame. Oh, hold my hand, Rosa. I'm so nervous. I'm beside myself.
Molly.
Yeah.
Molly, what do you think? Should we stop for breakfast or should we go ahead?
We should stop for breakfast or we should go ahead. Oh, yeah, I don't know. How many more miles have we got yet?
Timo, how many more miles?
Less than 20. Huh?
Less than 20 miles, Molly.
Oh, we have less than 20 miles.
Well, Molly, what do you say?
Well, it's less than 20 miles. So let us ride till we get to a nice place. And then we'll get out. It's very early in the morning to the dawning yet, and it's too early to get to the Allison's house. Everybody will be in bed yet, evidently. So let us stop, and we can wash up, Look at myself, and look at Rosalie, look at you, Jake, and look at Seymour. We'll all wash up nicely, and then we'll feel better like this. I feel like a pig in a pig pen.
Just as you say, Molly, darling.
All right, dear.
I told you we would be there before daybreak. Almost.
Oh, Jake. Oh, Jake, darling, I see you're nervous here. I see you're very nervous. Let's see more drive, huh?
Molly, please. I drove over 700 miles without a mishap. Trust me for 20 more miles.
Mommy, oh, Mommy, on it, 20 more miles. I'm so nervous, Mommy, darling.
So am I. I hope I'm not going to be too painful. Introduce me as a second cousin.
Don't worry, Seymour, dear. I'll introduce you as a first cousin. Don't worry.
That's you.
Just watch the road, Seymour.
I am. There's someplace around here now we turn off.
Then watch.
Say, dear, maybe wherever we stop off to eat and wash and have breakfast, you'll call Mr. Allison.
You said you wanted to be a surprise.
Well, maybe it's better now that we're here almost and it's so early in the dawning. And maybe it's not good manners. Well, if we're going to stop, you might as well.
And you will, Molly, dear.
All right, dear.
I was against this surprise business from the very beginning.
Yeah, but Mrs. Goldberg had very good psychological reasons for it. It's all the difference of expecting someone and not expecting them.
Sure.
When you expect people and you want them to think a certain thing, then you can prepare your mind for it.
Sure.
But if you're surprised, then you are what you are and you reveal yourself. Mrs. Goldberg was 100% in accord with
All right, Tamara.
And now, watch the road, Seymour.
I'm really trying to point out that formerly Mrs. Goldberg had a very good reason for surprising
All
me,
right,
Allison.
Seymour.
But if she now has changed her position,
Seymour.
then it would be a very good thing to call up. People make mistakes in their judgment of other people. Personally,
Hey, man, don't be personal and watch the road, Seymour.
I was only going to say
What
that...
does that sign say, Seymour?
What sign?
Oh, we passed it.
What sign?
Here's another one that says Seaport. Slow down a little, Paul. Slow down a little.
Well, what does it say? What does the sign say?
It says Greeley's Mill.
Greeley's Mill. That's it. Greeley's Mill. That's it. Greeley's Mill. How many miles? How many miles?
18.
18 miles. 18.
18, huh?
Oh, 18. All right, Jake, not so fast.
Now, don't worry.
Not so fast.
You're going fast, Mrs. Goldberg.
For me, it's fast. Jake.
Now, Molly, do you want to get there?
Yes, Jake, but...
Do you want to see Sammy?
I want to see Sammy, Jake.
I'm watching the speedometer, Mrs. Goldberg.
Seymour, please.
We're living in an age of speed. Do you realize how much longer a person lives? How much more life he has?
Jake, not so
In
fast.
24 hours, we could be around the world.
What do you see?
What do you see? For everything. In the old days, before this age of speed and invention, it would take a whole lifetime just to see some of the things in the world. Take Columbus, for instance.
Yeah.
When he discovered America, he spent months and months, and even then he didn't make it all together. But today, for instance, suppose I wanted to discover America.
Yeah.
I would merely get aboard an airplane and fly over in one night. Well, if we had to discover the world all over again, we could do it in a few weeks instead of in thousands of years. Nowadays, a person lives 20 lives in a lifetime. And speed is the thing that did it. A person who's afraid of speed is a brake on the wheel of progress.
Surely.
If you needed one way to sum up modern life, it would be speed is progress. Speed is advancement. Speed is speed.
Papa, darling, has a railroad crossing and has a train.
Don't worry.
It's a cinch you can make it, Mr. Goldberg.
Jake, slow down, Papa,
Now,
darling.
quiet. I know what I'm doing.
Jake.
Give it some gas, Mr. Goldberg.
Now, quiet, I say.
Just step on it, Goldberg. Just step on it.
Didn't I told you we'll make it?
But Jake needn't have been in such a hurry to get to Allison because Sammy is left. What will Sylvia have to say when the Goldbergs arrive and make that discovery?